Greetings Space Cadets, my name is Jamie Lee Woodman, I'm otherwise known as the Lonely Spaceman, and you are watching the Lonely Spaceman Speaks About the Meaning of Life YouTube channel. Yes, that's a whole lot of words thrown in at one moment, but there you have it. Today I'm here to talk about two exciting things. The first thing is going to be, of course, why I'm actually running this YouTube channel, and the second thing is also going to be describing why I started the Lonely Spaceman project, but more importantly, why people are talking about the meaning of life and why it comes up so often as well. I think I might start off with that, and I'll try to make this really fast because we've got a lot of exciting stuff to get to. So the idea of the Lonely Spaceman Speaks About the Meaning of Life, for me, it came up because there are quite a lot of people out there at the moment who are asking these questions. What is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of it all? Why are we here? Why are there good or bad people? What's the deal with God? What is an awakening? People are getting into meditation and yoga. People are looking at the Eastern ideals, going over to India and so forth, and going on these pilgrimages or travels or whatever it is to kind of find their inner soul and so forth. And I guess the point of the Lonely Spaceman project is to kind of talk to this community and get some speaking going, because there's I've kind of described it as, I used to describe it as an emptiness that was in us, but I don't believe that's a good description. You know, it's something in here, and it's almost evolutionary driven or spiritually driven, depending on what your belief systems are. But there's something within a lot of us that reaches out for more, that makes us ask these questions. I think we describe it as an emptiness, but really it's just a yearning, a searching, a need to go out into the world and find something that we haven't been able to find within ourselves. And certain people are more in tune with this feeling than others. You know, some people are fine with a 9-to-5 world. You know, they can go out there and they can actually do the, maybe they're building houses and have this nice community within themselves and faith within themselves. They don't need to question it, and they're just happy and they can go through life, which is great. But then there's a lot of others where this emptiness can bring this sadness. And yet again, I use the word emptiness. It can feel like emptiness, especially in the 9-to-5 world. You know, it feels like you're missing something, that something's wrong, that it can lead to depression, it can lead to anxiety, it can lead to fear, worry, doubt about your existence and what is the point of it all and so forth, and all these real emotional levels. And I described this in my podcast as well, the second podcast, which is the first one about the meaning of life. That was a big part of what that inside us is actually driving. And what I'm trying to do right here is not tell people, hey, this means this means that, but rather just give a whole bunch of information, and you can figure out what it means yourself and go off and speak to other people and have a look. But I'm hoping to actually just give some information. And the only reason I've got this information is because I'm learning it and going through these processes as a lot of people are in this world. It was only a couple of years ago that I really started this journey, and I didn't even know what a chakra was. I didn't know what an awakening was, and I'd just been through one. So there was a lot of processing that I was doing on a personal basis. And I was on the YouTube channels for about 8 hours every Saturday and Sunday, and I picked up The Alchemist and the Celestine Prophecy. Then it led me to Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra and all these brilliant writers that are writing about these type of things nowadays. So as I gathered the information, I wanted to also share it and also find others out there who also would like to share it. The interesting thing is, you know, even I'm single, so if I go on Tinder now, for some reason, I seem to be connecting with other people who are also on this journey now. It's like they're everywhere. They're either guided to me or I'm guided to them, because, and this is probably one of the most important things, if you are asking these questions, if you are feeling that deeper line of depression or sorrow, whatever it is, that there is something greater out there, just know that you're not alone. And that's what this is all about, is us having these discussions and talking about these greater aspects of life. And when I say greater, just different aspects of life, so that we can learn and grow from it. And that's the Lonely Spaceman project. It's about connecting. And of course, the success is now taking off on the podcasts. Like I said, so I've got the blog site, which is thelonelyspaceman.org, and that is obviously blogs, which lead to the podcasts, and the podcast is what's really been exploding at the current moment. So, and I do want to thank everybody for their beautiful comments and It's been quite overwhelming how the reactions that I'm getting from this, and the fact that it's getting downloaded overseas. It's on Android, it's on podcasting. So if you want to look it up, The Lonely Spaceman speaks about the meaning of life. And like I said, you can check it out on the website, which is thelonelyspaceman.org. Now, why am I actually doing this YouTube channel? Well, first of all, you may have noticed that I have not stopped and done any editing while I'm speaking to you right now. That's deliberate, because what I do on the podcast is I do them quite professionally. I do a lot of editing, a lot of music in the background and everything. And when I do interviews with people, some beautiful people, some of them are the smartest individuals, that certainly I know at least anyway, when they come in and they do an interviews, I kind of cut the questioning up and put them into the podcasts. But I thought I wanted you guys to get the full benefit of it, because these people that I'm interviewing, they have so much amazing information, not just about what we're talking about, but it goes across the board, and I really want you to hear it all. So the point of this YouTube channel is so that you get to see the unedited version of these interviews. So it's me and somebody else. We're having a bit of it's more of a chat more than an actual interview. I start off with a question, and then we kind of go back and forth and have a bit of fun. And I wanted you to be able to see the whole thing if you wanted to watch it. So it's here. If you wanted, great. If you don't want to watch it, great. That's not a problem at all. So I will be asking this question. There is one kind of edit that I do, and that's rather than sitting through a 2-hour interview, which you'll probably get bored of, I'm splitting the individual questions up. So I might ask the question, what is awakening? What is the meaning of life? Do we have free will? Nature versus nurture, that kind of stuff like that, which is the things that I will be going through. So when I ask these questions, I will be splitting it up, and I'll putting out the header so people can easily find it if they actually wanted to. So thank you so much for watching. This has been a beautiful experience so far, and I look forward to taking it forward in the future. So this is the Spaceman out, and thank you so much. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far through the video. And like I said, if you want to jump on board, please go on the blog site, write me a letter, go on the Facebook site, and let's talk about the meaning of life. Let's talk about some really important stuff and start our own community. So thank you so much. This is the Spaceman out.